Hello, welcome to episode number 4 of the DeFi stablecoin experiments. $1,000 in each of these platforms to find the best return on your investment over the course of an entire year. If you want more information about this entire experiment, I suggest you look at episode number 1, which I will link in the description below. So a quick glance at the markets. Currently we're at 1.6 trillion. We're down about 0.6% and trading volume is also down about 19% due to it being Friday. Usually when it gets to the weekend, crypto trading often sort of dies out a little bit. Everyone wants to go on their weekend. Bitcoin dominance is 43.17%. And if we have a look at the Bitcoin charts at the moment, so if we go into our 7-day chart, we can have a look. There was a dip around Tuesday. There was a big dip. So from Saturday to Tuesday, it did dip to around $31,000 and it's climbing up very steadily, very steadily upwards in this upwards trend. However, I do believe there will be a few more dips carrying on. It will level out between 40,000 and around 31 or maybe 29,000 unless Bitcoin passes 41,000. I think if it does pass 41,000, then it will go parabolic from then on. Let's have a look at some other coins. So Ethereum also following the same trend as Bitcoin, but not taking a bigger dip than Bitcoin actually. So this was around 2,800 and it took a dip around the same time as Bitcoin to around 2,382. And it looks like it's dipping. It hasn't really recovered much since then and is still hovering around just 2,400 for Ethereum. But this whole market doesn't reflect what's going on in the news at the moment. So El Salvador recently just confirmed that they will be accepting Bitcoin as their legal tender and United States dollar. So this is huge news for cryptocurrency and Bitcoin as a whole. I think this is when we start mass adoption for entire countries. So I could go to El Salvador, start using Bitcoin on purchases for anything, and it will be deemed as legal, which is definitely the start of bullish news. And I believe more countries will follow. Countries like Turkey, countries like Venezuela, some South American countries are actually accepting Bitcoin. However, they haven't fully embraced it by the governments, but definitely bullish news. And if you have 3 Bitcoin, you can actually get a visa and go to El Salvador and live there and work there. Quite impressive indeed. So bullish news. I believe I will personally try and pick up a bit more Bitcoin and Ethereum during these times, as I think that it will go parabolic still. There's still plenty of time for this to go parabolic. So that's it for today's news and bullish news as well. So let's have a look at Compound, and as you can see with DAI, we've done $1,008.74 over 26 days, and for USDC we've done $1,002.05, which is not too bad. I believe DAI is actually gone up slightly on its peg, so that's why we're getting these results. Now let's take a look at our bonus of comp. At the moment we have $2.22 as our current bonus at the moment, and I believe gas fees has fallen very slightly. Yes, they have. So around 17 for fast gas fees on Ethereum at the moment, which is actually pretty good. And the reason being, I think it's because a lot of people have moved over to Matic network, so that's why less people are using the Ethereum network. Moving on to Aave, and as you can see, DAI, we're at $1,005.65, and USDC has dropped yet again to $995.68. Yet again, it has fallen off its pegs very slightly. The interest rates have also dropped as well for Aave as well, so not too great for this. 1.7% for USDC, which isn't good at all. at the moment, and even the Matic bonus drops rates have also dropped as well. So for DAI we get 3.17%, and for USDC we get 1.75% for the Matic bonus. So the available rewards we currently have at the moment is 3.3 Matic, which is around, I believe it's about $4. I need to double check. So that's what we have for Aave. So a look at Autofarm. So if we go into BSUD to USDT, we can see that it has dropped slightly since last week. So we're at a value of around $1,011.68 with the auto reward of $3.31 for that. Let's have a look at our other liquidity pool for BUSD to UST. 1,025.06, so slightly better with more auto rewards of around $3.42. Let's take a look at MStable, and as you can see the balance is now $1,008.88, which is okay, it's pretty good, and it's consistent, which is what you really want in these sort of interest bearing DeFi protocols. So we're at around $12.76. I believe it did reach a high of around $44 or 44% even, which is really high, and it's just been hovering back and forth, and it's doing pretty well. So onto Anchor protocol, and we can see our total deposit has increased to 1,012.88 UST, which is pretty good. I think it's very, very consistent, which is what you want in a DeFi protocol. And the APY has increased very slightly, so 18.02% at the moment. And per day, we're getting around 50 cents per day. I think overall, Anchor protocol will surpass probably all of these over the course of the year, because it's just extremely consistent, but we will have to see later on. Let's have a look at the calculation. So Autofarm in number 1 position, previous position was number 2. It only has done, so last week's value was 1,025.01 cent. Current value is 1,025.06 cents. So quite miserable in terms of any extra interest on this. So, but the bonus has increased to around $3, which is quite good for this. So a profit of around $25, not including the bonus. Daily average profit of around 96 cents a day. So if we minus all the fees, so it's around $22 in total. And then if we add on the bonus, $25.36 over 26 days, which is not too bad. We can see that Anchor protocol on the Terra network is actually doing extremely well. So it was previous position was 3rd, now into 2nd. Last week's value was 1,008.92. Current value is 1,012.88. So compounding very nicely gives us a profit of around $12.88, and more or less, as the website indicated, it is a daily profit of around 50 cents per day. And if we minus the fees, it's $11.20 with no bonus for Anchor. And again with MStable, very consistent. These two I quite like these two networks because they're very consistent. They don't provide bonuses though, but I think all that is reflected in what you're compounding here. So last week's value was 1,006.97. Today's value is 1,008.88. So profit of $8.88, daily profit of around 34 cents. And that's gone from 4th to 3rd place. Autofarm has dropped. I think it's lost its peg in terms of value, so it looks like it's just dropped around $20, I think, in terms of, and I believe it's from both BUSD to USDT. That peg has just fallen slightly. We are still in profit, however, of around $11.68, and it gets around daily average profits of around 45 cents for that. So that was previously number one, dropped into fourth position, and both RFA networks are underperforming quite a lot actually. As you can see, even though they have gone a slightly higher for DAI, the USDC one is still underperforming quite well. It's actually dropped even more, and it's giving us a daily average profit of minus 14 cents, which isn't good at all. So we're actually in negative value, similar to how we are for the Compound here. We're in both negative value, mainly due to the fees. Of course, if we take away the fees, we'll be just getting around 14 cents per day and 8 cents per day for these. So if you're looking to stake any of these coins, I would definitely avoid Compound for certain. All the other ones seem quite stable, but I would probably recommend a consistent one, either Terra or Mstable. That's it for today's episode. I've been your host, Mr. Alpha Crypto. Remember to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell icon for more updates. I'll see you next week. Bye bye.